So to start with the preparation of the shrimp rolls, I'm going to start by marinating my already cleaned shrimps. I have here 500 grams of clean shrimps. The shrimps have been deveined, and see the dirt in the center of the shrimp has been brought out. So I'm just being a bit, should I say picky today, or a bit greedy today. I decided to top this up with 2 jumbo-sized prawns. 2 jumbo-sized prawns already cleaned and deveined. I'm going to be getting this tail out because I don't need this. Okay, and then I'm going to chop this into smaller bits, and then I'll mix everything together and then spice it up, or rather season it on the board. Then I'll do this. Okay, mix with your shrimp, so nice. Besides, this 500 gram is going to give me about 15 to 18 pieces of shrimp rolls. I am ready to marinate my clean shrimps and chopped jumbo prawns using some Asian spices. So I have here salt. This is half a teaspoon, by the way, but I'm using 1 teaspoon of salt today for my 500 grams of shrimp. So I have 1 teaspoon of salt. I have here my MSG, monosodium glutamate. Now, a lot of people will say, oh my goodness, why is she using MSG? Remember, I said I am marinating this Asian style. In Asian cooking, the type of seasoning they use is the pure MSG, monosodium glutamate. You might want to check it out. They don't use our Knorr Cube, Maggi, and all of those. They use the MSG. And for some of you that think that MSG is what is going to bring the death of you, I've got news for you. Using MSG in moderation in some of your cooking, it's not so bad after all. You've got MSG in your soy seasoning. You've got MSG in every single seasoning cubes in Nigeria. When I was in school as a chemist, I did a project on the amino acid analysis in seasoning cubes, and I did a research on the approved amount of MSG that should be used in bouillon cubes. So almost every bouillon cube you have in the market has a certain percentage of MSG. So my advice to you today is, if you're using MSG, use MSG in moderation. And for Asian cooking, the seasoning they use is MSG, which is monosodium glutamate. And today I am using it in moderation. This is half a teaspoon, 2.5 mils. 2.5 mil worth of MSG is what I'm using to season my shrimps. The MSG is going to give this recipe an umami taste. You know what umami is? It's one of the 5 tastes we get when we eat food. You either have it sweet, you have it bitter, you have it sour, or you have it umami. So the MSG gives it that umami taste, and we want that umami in this recipe. So I have here my chopped ginger. Okay, I'm going to sprinkle my ginger in here. I have here my chopped fresh garlic. Remember, the ginger is also fresh. Okay, and I have here my green onions. Now, you don't want to use the regular onions. You don't want that strong flavor you get from the red onions. You want the onion flavor to be mild, and that mild flavor is what you get by using chopped green onions. Now, I'm going to top it up my sesame oil, which is also used in Asian cooking. Very, very flavorful. Okay, that's my sesame oil. What I put there is about 10 mils of sesame oil. And then finally, put crackled pepper in this. You cannot have shrimp rolls without some crackled black pepper. This is so yum. Okay? Now, that is about everything we're going to be using in seasoning our shrimp rolls. I want you to take a good look at this. Put it in the fridge and allow it to marinate for about an hour. Sometimes I do this overnight. Yes, I marinate overnight just so everything really gets incorporated into my shrimps and it is so good. Okay, so before we toss it in the fridge, you might want to taste it, okay, to be sure that you're comfortable with the proportion of spices and seasoning used. This is going to give us some really nice umami taste. This is nice. So after 1 hour, it's time to put in our mayo. So I have here about 150 grams of mayonnaise. So I'm just going to put this in and I'll stir this all together. Remember, 150 grams of mayo for 500 grams of clean shrimps. Remember, you can choose to use just prawns and chop up those prawns all the way. That's way too expensive. Having shrimps and a bit of prawns mixed together will still give you a fantastic result, a very delicious result. So now, after adding the mayo, you'll want to taste for your salt and black pepper and be sure you like it. Fantastic. This tastes great. So we're now ready to put it in the spring roll paper. We make our spring roll papers fresh here in Taste Buds NG, but you can choose to buy from the grocery store in the freezer section. I know some departmental stores sell the spring rolls wrappers, but if you cannot get already made spring roll wrappers in the stores, you can make your own spring roll wrappers. In another video, I'll be showing you how to make your spring roll wrappers, but today I'm just going to show you this particular filling and then how to roll them in your spring roll paper. So I'm set. I have here my mixed flour with some tap water. I'm going to use this as a sealant for my paper after wrapping in the shrimp rolls. Okay, so let's start. This I don't hold it for. Pepper not too much. You sure? To see my hands.
Yes.
Can they see my hands clearly?